Am I live? This is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there you go. Yeah, we are live. Okay, hello, my viewers. Welcome back to the channel. My viewers, how do you know what this video is about? You guys seen that before? The first minute, it was me trying to test the mic to get it right. I think the settings switched on here. I was switching the overlay. I think I need to move the border thing up. I'm trying to add my Christmas background stuff in there. I think I messed some stuff up. I made a new one. So I forgot. Yeah, but I think it's okay. What's up, Jared? What's up? What's up? I mean, yes, the Steelers play, of course, the Dolphins tonight. I wasn't going to live stream at first, but I'm not going to be able to live stream tonight. I think a lot of people not live streaming tonight either, because I was going to watch other people's streams as well. I was going to watch on Mark's stream. I think he's not streaming tonight either. So I'm going to see, I think maybe Bubba's streaming. I'm going to watch his stream. But I'm going to be watching the game with my mom, who's a Dolphin fan. I'm trying to get some footage of during the game like that, of her reaction and stuff. My mom's a Dolphin fan. I'll be watching the game. But for those 3 hours, we will not be family. We'll be enemies. My mom a Dolphin fan. I don't know if she's watching this or not right now. She might be at work probably, I think. She's at work. I think she'll get off it a few hours from now. So, yeah, it's going to be a rivalry. It's going to be a rivalry and a battle like that. So, Mom, if you're watching this, your Dolphins are about to lose. Hopefully. But, yeah, it's going to be a good game, I think. The Steelers going to go out there. He said, yeah, Australia's going through some crazy stuff right now. Yeah, I seen that too right there. That right there was crazy. Like that, so I wasn't gonna live stream tonight, but I'm gonna be back on they play Lions next at 3 o'clock. I'm definitely live. The Sunday game is of course easy. I'm gonna live stream that one of course as well. Then I'm gonna live stream, of course, the game against the Browns and the Ravens as well. But yeah, it's gonna be a crazy game tonight. I think the Steelers can definitely go out there and get things going. Can definitely win this game too. Just gotta play your style of football. Play your style of football, which is stopping the run like that, which is something we've been doing. Sometimes we've been inconsistent with that. We've stopped the run a few times this season against some star running backs, and sometimes we have not stopped the run against some guys who maybe not be star running backs. Last week we allowed the Ravens to rush for 200 rushing yards in that game. Now Derrick Henry did work for it. It was 25 carries for like 95 yards. He worked for it, but they still rushed for over 200 rushing yards as a team. And then before that, the Bills rushed for 200 rushing yards as well as a team. Still got to stop the run. Devon A-Chain, we know he's a fast, dynamic player out the backfield. He can do all type of things, but you got to be able to get out there and stop the run. If you can stop the run efficiently, you'll definitely have a chance to win, because you want Tua to drop back, of course. You want Tua to drop back and, have the ball in his hands like that. Well, he's left-handed, so he'll be this side. Have the ball in his hands like that and throw the ball, because we know Tua is the reason he have a nickname called Tua Turn the Ball Over. Like that, he'll turn the ball over, he'll give you some opportunities. He lead the league in picks, 14 picks this season. So you want to go out there and have Tua with the ball in his hands, get pressure inside as well, and stop the run, get pressure up the middle as well like that to block his vision and let him make those mistakes where your guys can feast. We have Alex Highsmith, we have Herbig as well, who can still capable enough to stepping up and making plays for us. I know TJ Watt is not playing in this game. I know people say the Steelers' record without TJ Watt is bad. Well, yeah, our record without Watt is bad. But when you look at those quarterbacks we had in those games, if TJ Watt did play, we probably still lost. We had Kenny Pickett, who threw for 65 yards yesterday in the whole game, which is crazy. And then we had Mr. Trubisky, Mason Rudolph as our quarterback during those times. So, yes, TJ Watt, when we didn't have him, we did lose some games. But I feel like 7 or 8 of those games, especially that one year where TJ Watt got hurt, we had Mr. Trubisky as our quarterback. Most of those games right there, even if TJ Watt played, we probably still lost because our offense was just horrible. So, I don't look at that stat and that record I don't take too much with that record like that. I don't feel like that's impact anything. We still have Alex Highsmith, we still have Herbig, Jack Sawyer. All those guys are capable enough. I think Alex Highsmith and Herbig got about the same amount of sacks as TJ Watt and strip sacks as well. And then Herbig got an interception. Jack Sawyer got an interception as well. All those guys are good players, so we can definitely still get some pressure. He said, A-Chain usually gets me a lot of points. I hope you don't tonight. Yeah, I hope so too. I lost, man, Jerry, I lost in all my fantasy leagues. I lost in the first round of playoffs in all my leagues. In my own league, I lost. I got blown out. I had Joe Burrow as my quarterback, yes. And I picked Lamar Jackson on the bench. I thought he was going to be still tripping. He only gave me 17 points. Even if I was starting him, I would have still lost. Right now, I think I'm down 42 points. I had a Steelers defense and Boswell left. I probably lost. Now, the Steelers defense get like a few pick sixes, and then Boswell hit by 6 field goals from 50 plus. We had a bonus in our league too. Then I might win, but that'd be like something that's not going to happen too often. I would need them to put up at least like 22 plus a piece for me to get a chance to win like that, and that's going to be very difficult to do, I think. Like that. So I might have lost in this league. And then my other league, then the HDU league, the Hula Dooley league, I think I'm I lost by a little bit. I forgot to change my player out. One of my players I lost like that. I was like, I think I only lost 2 games in that league ever. Like that on this season. And I lost in the first round. Then the other league in fantasy, we got the Syndicate Sports brand like that. I lost in that league too. I got blown out. I'm like, man, I made the playoffs, but I lost. So right now I'm still a one-time champion in fantasy. My last championship was in 2021. So yes. I was like, man. Yeah, it's a 5 turnovers for defense and by hey, I'll take it. If the defense can get 5 turnovers, I need y'all to score on 1. Jalen Ramsey, this your former team. It'd be perfect time. 2 will throw a pick 6 to you. Get a pick 6, that give me points for the interception and points for the touchdown. And then we can get about 5 sacks. In our league, we got 2. I think it's per sack is 2 points per sack. You get that, and you keep them below 20 points, and we can go out there and get some turnovers. I'll definitely take that. Then Boswell got to hit me at least some 50 yarders because we get. I think on my league we have it where 50 yards plus is 5 points instead of just 3 points. So I can get a few of those. I might have a chance, but I don't know. It's far fetched. I'm not done. The other leagues I'm done because I have nobody left. But this league right here, I'm not done yet in my own league right now. I lost 3 straight, which is crazy. I made the playoffs still. I started off 7-4, and I lost 3 straight. I made the playoffs. I went from the 3rd seed all the way to the 7th seed. So we'll see if I can come back. But the Steelers basically got to do in this game is just stop the run. Stop the run. You know, let Tua pass the ball, and you'll be good if you do that. But it's gonna be an interesting game. Derek Harmon, I think he's still questionable. Him and Jalen Warren is questionable. Jalen Warren have an illness though, so his is a little bit, I guess, based off of like he's healthy enough to go out there and play like that. Maybe some medicine might help him or something. But Derek Harmon, the knee, he's still questionable. So hopefully he can play because he's a big time help up the front like that, with the gap in the middle like that. He's good. Of course, playing the nose for us and being up there like that, you know, he does a good job in that. Yaha Black, he got potential, but he got cooked last week like that. So hopefully he plays better this week and we get those guys out there. We have Derek Harmon, Yaha Black, Hayward, all those guys playing, and we'll see if how what's the name look too as well, Sunday Samuel, because this could be like a tryout for next year. Because if Sunday Samuel go out there and play well, because it's his first start, it's gonna be him, JPJ, and Echols out there. So if he go out there and plays well, then you might be looking like we could bring him back next year like that. I'll still draft somebody because it never can hurt to have more. But you can bring him back next year and see how things kind of go. But overall, I think we'll be good. We'll be good. We got to play our style of football. Don't allow anything to get deep, of course, as well. You know, Jalen Waddle, I think he might score a touchdown this game, of course. Jalen Waddle's a good player. So eventually they get some points on the board. I don't care what the score is, but I did have a score prediction. But I don't really care how we win. Just win the game. We can win 3-0, 6-3. We can win 2-0. We give a safety and never score again. I just want us to win. But I think my score prediction, if I did have to do one, would be 27-17. Steelers win. Well, it's not a blowout, but it's a comfortable win. You know, the game be close at halftime. Steelers up 14-10. Steelers hit 2 field goals after that, make it 20-10. Dolphins score a touchdown, make it 17-20. And then the 4th quarter, Steelers get a big turnover. And then, you know, switch it around. And then you see, of course, the Steelers get the final touchdown in the end, 27-17. That's my prediction. I think the Steelers can definitely get it like that. Be a comfortable, not blowout, but a comfortable win where we just win comfortable. We ain't got to stress. You know, we ain't got to stress on Monday night. We can just relax and chill on Monday night. What's up, MDB? Yeah, they can do that. We'll be good. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in that. But I saw something else as well on the playoff picture. So right now, the playoff picture, I want us to win the division, of course. I want us to win the division, but it never hurt to have other options just in case something goes wrong. But the playoff picture right now, because the Colts lost, I'm trying to see. The Colts lost. What's up, Derpy? What's up? Yeah, the Colts lost. So what's their seeding right now? What's the playoff picture right now? Come on, load up. I don't even updated it fully because some games still to be played yet. Come on, NFL. There we go. The Broncos is first. The Colts. Okay, the Colts are out right now. They 8-6. Texans are sitting at 9-5. So the Steelers should win division. You gotta win division. You win division, you'll be good. It's on my way, by the way. Okay, we gotta film some more videos. You guys didn't watch the video. We filmed a video. I think it was like last week or something like that. The best friends test, like that. My cousin, like that. So we have to film another video today. That'll probably be uploaded maybe later this week or maybe next week. We'll see. But yeah, I think yeah. So the Colts 8-6 right now. Texans 9-5. The Steelers need to win the division, of course. But I feel like if something was to go wrong, they might can still get a chance to get in like that. But you got to win the division, though. They say if we lose, we have a 45% chance of making it. If we win, it goes up from 54 to 61% chance. Because then you'd be 8-6, and then you had the Lions. The Lions going to be a tough task, of course. That's a tough task for the Lions right there. I think we can go into Detroit and win. We got to take care of business tonight. If they show the energy they did last game overall, I think we might be able to. Okay. Yeah, I think the Steelers could win against the Lions. The Lions team, defensively, you can score on them, but it's their offense. If our defense show up to play, then I'll be like more confident in that like that. But we could possibly win against the Lions. But of course, we got to handle business first against the Dolphins right now. But I think if we can go out there, be dominant like that, and stop the rest. The main thing, we stop the run because that's our only focus. I feel like the secondary been playing good. You've seen the past few weeks. They've been doing a good job, especially Echols. He has stepped up big time in secondary. James Pierre, I know he's out today with a calf injury, but he's been good too as well. JPJ's been real good. He only allowed like a 51 passer rating. He got 12 pass breakups. He got an interception as well. Like that, he's been playing some good football. His coverage grade is very high as well. And people keep saying penalties. He only got 58 penalty yards, which is less than Patrick Surtain, which is one of the best cornerback in the league. So I think JPJ been doing a good job. He's been playing some good football out there. So if we can just get the front to be consistent. I know we got Derek Carmen. He's questionable tonight. If he can be consistent and have those guys out there, we'll be good. We'll be good if we do that. They said, and I wouldn't be surprised if we signed someone for Warren because Johnson ain't nothing. Yeah, I'm still surprised they drafted Caleb Johnson. He said, "Oh man, Rivers almost got the job." Yeah, Rivers was playing pretty solid yesterday. He was playing solid yesterday. It came down to the end. He had to throw a prayer rep a little bit at the end like that. But I think he did a good job yesterday. I feel like the coach should have been a little bit more aggressive. I know they were trying to keep it conservative. They didn't want him to drop back too much on certain things. They kind of played in shotgun the whole entire time. But I feel like they should have did something different, like something that the Seahawks wouldn't expect. A bootleg play with Phillip Rivers. Be like, oh, what the? You keep the ball and then find somebody in the middle. Because they did score, and there was 40 seconds left with no timeouts. You think the coach defense, they played good all day, but that one drive right there, they allowed too much in that first chunk play where Shaheed got open, and then after that, it was like easy for them like that. And then they hit the field goal, and it was kind of the end. But he did a solid job. But the Steelers, hopefully they win the division. But if we don't win the division, we still might have a shot a little bit, maybe get a wild card spot. But I hope we win the division. We can have a home game. But just worst case scenario. Of course, it never hurt to have more options if something goes bad. But nothing should go bad. You still control your own destiny. Yeah, but Caleb Johnson, they drafted him. I'm still surprised by that because when Mr. Khan, Omar Khan, my official uncle, I'm DB Khan, not right now, during the draft. But I thought when he traded George Pickens away, he was going to say, okay, we're going to go out there and draft. Use that pick. We're going to draft a guy. Because Jaden Higgins was still there. We had other guys, Luther Burden. You see what he did yesterday. You see what he's doing this season, kind of coming along a little bit more and more. A lot of guys are still there, but we said, no, we're not going to draft anybody. So maybe we'll trade for somebody. We didn't trade for anybody either. So I was wondering why we kind of did that, what we did. Like we traded GP away. Imagine GP and DK with Rodgers and stuff like that. That would have been cool to see. But I feel like Khan could have still got some other pieces. He went out there and got some pieces to bring in. So hopefully next year in the draft they go out there and do it. Because you could have got a receiver in the third round. Because Caleb Johnson, you drafted him in the third round. Usually third round picks play like a lot, but for some reason they're not utilizing him at all like that. So I don't know if he don't fit their style. I think the Steelers should have stayed with the bell cow back. Give me a bell cow back. The Steelers need that bell cow back. That's their style of football, having a thumper. We don't really have that. Jaylen Warren, of course, is a good player, but like I mentioned many times before, last season, year before that, I said he's not an all-down type back, like a bell cow back. He's a guy who's more change of pace, kind of like Kenneth Gainwell. So we got two of those guys on the roster. We don't got nobody who's like a thumper like that, like Najee when we had him last year. He said the running backs are steep these days in free agency. Yeah. The Najee, now I know people say they say about Najee, he has 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons. He never was injured for us. And he's injured right now with the Chargers. He tore his Achilles. But last year, the Steelers averaged 127 rushing yards per game with Najee. This year, they're averaging 93 rushing yards per game. So that is the difference. I know that last year, Justin Fields a little bit, might have inflated that a little bit because Fields' ability to scramble. But Russ didn't scramble that much. Last season, he scrambled here and there, maybe, but he didn't scramble that much. That's the one thing we had against in the red zone. We said, use your legs, Russ. He never used his legs in the red zone last year for some reason. But Najee Harris, he had 100. The Steelers averaged 127 rushing yards per game with him last year. This year we're down to 93, which is third to last, I think, in the league. So I think Najee would have come if he came back on a 1-year deal. The Chargers signed him to a 1-year deal. Came back on a 1-year deal, would have been something solid to have him. with Jalen Warren, Kenneth Gainwell, like that. You have a little three-headed monster a little bit. Najee be a thumper. We know Najee can be the guy who can get yards. He not gonna get the chunk yards for like you getting 30 yards for a run and stuff like that, those big runs. But I feel like he was solid enough to be consistent. You gotta be good if you get 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons. I know people say it's easy. If it was easy, I think everybody would do it. This year we would not have a 1,000-yard rusher, so it's not easy to get that every single time. This will be the first time in a while we won't have a 1,000-yard rusher. I think Jalen Warren about 400 yards away. Unless he has some crazy games, the next 4 games, which I don't know. I hope he do, but not gonna have it. He said Najee would have helped a lot. Yeah, Najee would have been a big help. He had a 5th-year option. They declined it. They declined that 5th-year option. I was like, I'm surprised by that. I feel like I know he is not elite level. He's not elite level running back, but he still was good. He was good. He was consistently good. He get 1,000 yards every year. In those 4 years, he had over 5,000 scrimmage yards and 30 touchdowns and a Pro Bowl selection as well in those 4 years playing for the Steelers. So that's some type of production like that. And they were showing his production, his yards after contact was up there. He was #1 for a long period of time, I think last year. And then he was right there behind. He had more rushing yards the past 4 seasons. I know he had injuries with Chris McCaffrey and those guys, but he had more rushing yards than McCaffrey and Barkley the past 4 years like that. And at one point, in his career. Like that. So Najee was up there in being consistent and being available, of course. But I know he wasn't the most elite running back, but I think he was good enough still. I think he was good enough to stay and have that 1-2 punch. We need to get a bell cow back. We need like one of those big running backs. Cam Scatterbo would have been perfect to draft. We drafted Caleb Johnson instead. You could have got Cam Scatterbo. Now I know he's injured right now. He's a little reckless, but he would have fit perfectly here. Having a guy who's just power and just like pure toughness out there. We always had that with Jerome Bettis, with Franco Harris, with Le'Veon Bell. Najee Harris, of course, being there. Like, and all the running backs we've had in our time like that. We always had guys who was just thumpers. Willie Parker and stuff like that. Guys who was thumpers, like that. Guys who was physical. Like that. I think now we got too much finesse. And it's probably Arthur Smith because he loved that scheme of having the running backs be able to do all the stuff, catch at the backfield and the screens and all that, which is cool and all, but you gotta have some power too. The Najee and GP would have got us those few extra wins we should have had. Yep. But luckily we do control our destiny still. But that would have been a big help. If you put some money on offense, kept GP. I know GP had the little stuff he had last year, and still was a little mad about that. But if you brought him back one more year, even if you didn't keep him, you brought him back one more year and said, we'll see how things go. If things didn't work out, you could have traded him at the deadline like that. But I think things would have worked out. GP on one side, DK on the other side. You have Najee still there with Warren, Kenneth Gainwell as well. It would have been nice. But next year, when that time do come, we start the season, of course. We still have time to get in the playoffs. So you never know what can happen. But we got to draft a receiver. You got to draft a receiver high up. There's going to be a lot of receivers. And Steelers do a good job in developing receivers and edge rushers. They can find anybody to develop those guys, like receivers and rushers. That's one thing they can develop. But they didn't really draft. They drafted Roman Wilson, but they didn't really. That's one of the receivers they kind of failed to develop. And he still got time to manage, but they don't give him an opportunity. The man was open many times on the field. You watch some of the tape and some of the film like that. It was showing like this might be a compilation of like the film of Roman Wilson being open and not getting targeted. He's been open a lot, so I don't know what the Steelers doing with that. I don't know. I forgot we have Gainwell here. Gainwell is basically receiver 2. Gainwell is basically receiver 2. That man been catching everything out the backfield. He lined up wide. I like Gainwell like that, but he's not like a running back, like a pure running back. He's like a guy who's just a gadget player. You can put him anywhere in the field. You want to keep him out there, but sometimes the Steelers keep him out there too much sometimes. But I like Gainwell though. His ability to catch the screen, ability to be so elusive. He can line up in the slot. He can line up wide. You can have him do different stuff, of course, as well. He's basically a receiver too, because I think he got behind DK Metcalf. He might have the second most catches, I think. And DK had a big game last game, 148. I'm looking for a 100-yard game this game too. I think he can definitely get it. Because looking at they got Jack Jones, right? Jack Jones is all right, but he's not. I think they got Jack Jones. They got I think Rose is still there as well, but I don't feel like there's nobody over there the Dolphins have that can lock up DK Metcalf. But Minka Fitzpatrick, I love Minka Fitzpatrick on our team. And when he was here, he was a 3-time first-team All-Pro. I'm gonna miss Minka. He said Minka versus Mount Washington. That'd be crazy. I miss Minka. I hope we get Minka back after the season because the Dolphins could release him. I know the Dolphins trying to doing their rebuild stuff. They release him. If I'm the Steelers, I'm bringing him back like that. Let Coach Tomlin make the call. Be like, man, that wasn't me. That was Khan. He's trying to make this move. Go ahead, come back. Go ahead, come back to Pittsburgh. Imagine that. You get Minka, And then you have Deshaun Elliott playing playing the safeties, and then you have Jalen Ramsey in the nickel. Oh man, that'd be good. And then you have JPJ on one side. Sunday Samuel, if he plays well, you keep him around. Have on the other side with James Pierre. That'd be nice. So I wouldn't mind Minka coming back. I thought when they first made the move, I thought we had Jalen Ramsey with Minka. Then I remember make the video after. I was like, wait, we traded Minka to get Ramsey. I was like, dang. I know Minka didn't have the best year last year, but I feel like it was a more scheme thing. As you see, of course, Terrell Austin's scheme. He kind of plays. He makes the safeties play so soft. Like he had them playing so far off and not engaged. Like Minka had Keith Butler, and Keith Butler was here a little bit. And Minka was winning his first team All-Pro, stuff like that, getting those defensive things. I feel like the Steelers was playing him more up front and more close and personal. Like that, Terrell Austin was doing that initially in his first year, but then for the past few seasons, he just started playing everybody back so far. And you see now the secondary is playing better with Jalen Ramsey, he's more engaged. Kyle Duggar, he's a very good tackler. Having him out there, he's gonna be back tonight too. Being more engaged, he helps out a lot. And then so they're gonna be clean. If they release him, I'll take him back in the heartbeat. Yeah, because I feel like he was I want him to be a coach on the team one day too. I thought Nick Fitzpatrick got that. He got that field general ability. He was a 3-time first-team All-Pro here, 4-time Pro Bowler here. Like that, he carved a great career out here. I feel like he was like heart and soul. Him and Ramsey together on the same team, man, that'd be good. But Deshaun Elliott as well, that'd be good. That'd be one free agent they did release. I would definitely target and I try to bring him back. Yeah, Ramsey been putting work at safety. Yeah, Ramsey playing real good at safety. Ramsey been doing a good job. At first they kind of had him like all around the place, which was helping a little bit, but then sometimes it get a little too much. Then now they kind of set him back in to being a safety. Him and Kyle Duggar, and they've been doing a good job, I think. So Kyle Duggar will be back tonight. Go out there and just play your style. Stop the run. Make Tua pass the ball. He got 14 picks. Lead the league in picks. Let him pass the ball in the air. And if he throw the ball to you, you got to make the play. JPJ could have 4 interceptions this year, but he keeps dropping stuff. He had 1 pick, but he dropped a few of them. He dropped one in the Colts game. He caught one in the Colts game, but he dropped one in the Colts game. He dropped one in the Browns game as well. He dropped one, was it last week against the Ravens? He dropped one? I think he might have, but he had a few, of course, picks that he dropped. What's up, Aaron? Yeah, they said, Derek Harmon was questionable, but they said it looked like he's going to play. So I hope he plays like that. Because they showed him, he was practicing the past few times, so he's practicing. They say he was a participant in practice. They're showing him move. He's moving pretty well, so I'm like, yes, get him back out there. I keep forgetting we have Adam Thielen on the team as well. Adam Thielen. That'll be funny. JPJ living up to the 24 with the drops. and then dropped a lot of passes. I'm like, man, a lot of passes. A lot of passes. I'm like, Ike Taylor couldn't catch. Ike Taylor was good. I feel like he could have been an even better cornerback. He caught some of those. But Ike Taylor couldn't catch either. Ike Taylor going? Nope. But he'd get the breakup. But right off the chest, right off the hands. I'm like, come on. I'm like, Ike Taylor couldn't catch. JPJ struggling to catch right now. But I think he'll get better. Once he start doing that, because like he's a good cornerback. Like I mentioned, the coverage grade is good. The completion percentage is low when targeted. Passer rating is low when targeted as well. You got 12 pass breakups. But once he start taking the ball away, that's when teams will stop going this way. They'd be like, hold on. He's taking the ball away now. Remember Byron Jones? He was a good cornerback, good cover guy, but remember the team kept targeting him because he's not taking the ball away. Patrick Surtain, he got targeted yesterday, which was crazy. They tried to throw a jump ball up to him, and he just jumped in front of it like that on the go route from Christian Watson and picked it off. But they don't target him too much because he's taking the ball away. When you start taking the ball away, like JPJ, like Richard Sherman did, like Darrelle Revis did, like Deion Sanders did, like Rod Woodson. Rod Woodson was very good at taking the ball away. You have those guys taking the ball away, then they stop targeting you. They'd be like, okay, we can't go over there. And now they're looking at like, well, he can't really catch. So if I target them and they don't go in his hands, it'd be incompletion. We can go up out there again. But you start taking the ball away, teams will start respecting you. Be like, okay, hold on now. You're taking the ball away at a higher rate. I want to go that side. And then you start seeing how things kind of shift, and it can help a lot, of course, in your defense. Yeah, but it'll be a game tonight. It'll be a good game tonight. A very good game, I think. For us, hopefully. Hopefully stress-free. I'm hoping Tua haven't really played. To be honest with you, he hasn't really played good since that Falcons game was like 5 or 6 weeks ago. Tua hasn't really played like super good. Hope he don't play too good tonight. But he go out there and throw his best game ever. Don't please don't do that. He didn't really play too good. Because you look at his numbers. How I was looking yesterday his numbers. I seen some of his games he was playing. Yeah, his numbers last game, 61 completion percentage, 127 yards, 1 touchdown. But I think Javon Achane had a lot of yards that game, so they didn't really throw it that much. It's the Saints, 52 completion percentage, 157 yards, 1 touchdown, 55 passer rating. And then against the Commanders, he had 171 yards. He had 70 completion percentage, but no touchdowns, no picks. And he threw 2 picks against the Bills, 2 touchdowns. They won that game. He almost lost it for him. I watched that game because it was up by a good margin. He started turning the ball over. And then he had 1 pick against the Ravens, 261 passing yards. He lost that game. That game right there was most of that from garbage time because the Ravens was up by a lot. Then Falcons, that's the game. He had the big time game, 4 touchdowns, 138 passer rating. But yeah, but really looking at that, he haven't really played like tremendously in a while like that. So hopefully he keep that trend up and don't play tremendous today. That'd be good. That would be good. Yeah, but that's kind of basically all I had to talk about today. Discussing that. I have the not before game day. It already happened. See, I'm gonna go to sleep on time today. After the game, right after the game, I'm gonna go to sleep. Right after the game, I come back, I'm gonna go to sleep. But I'm gonna do what went right, what went wrong. That's gonna be a video probably tomorrow. I'm trying to get some footage as well when watching the game. I'm a Dolphins fan, so I'm trying to get some footage when we're watching. Quarter to quarter footage to add at the beginning of what went right. Hopefully not what went wrong. Hopefully what went right like that. So I'm gonna try to get some footage of that to add that at the beginning of the game. And then I'm gonna have the post game show for Steelers Syndicate tonight. It's not gonna be live, but it's gonna be tonight after the game. So hopefully, we win as well like that. When you win, it'd be easy. It'd be easy. You got to go on a rant or anything crazy. You'd be like, yeah, let's go like that. But we'll see what happens, of course, because you never know. It's any given Sunday, but today is Monday, luckily. So hopefully it's not a given Monday. But yeah, that's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys later today on the post-game show, which will probably be, depending on how long this game is, it might be like 10 o'clock or something. So be on the lookout for that. And then tomorrow morning, I will have the Women Right, We're Wrong video. I'll make it in the morning like that and then upload it right after I make it. Shouldn't take that much to edit, of course. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you. Hopefully the Steelers can win, improve to 8-6, and then have a battle in Detroit. Rodgers, hey, going back to Detroit. Last time he played Detroit, he fell short. Hopefully this time he bounce back. But we'll see what happens. But thank you guys for tuning in. Peace out.